Hello and welcome to what is Piston and Wrench. I am Quinton. This is part 2 of the 2018 Hyundai R20 where we did the rear wheel bearing and the thermostat housing replacement video. This is part 2 of it. On this video we are only doing the thermostat housing replacement because on the previous video we did the wheel bearing. If you've missed it and you haven't seen it and you want to watch it, there's a link in the description below. So I hope everybody's going to like this content that I've done. For all the supporters that have supported me up until now and the supporters that are watching, the people that want to support me, please like and subscribe to my content. All the help is needed and very much appreciated. Enjoy it. Okay, now we're on to the thermostat housing. That is this part here. Okay, I've disconnected the battery, I've drained the coolant. So now we're going to pull the drive belt off, put this onto the crank pulley so I can turn the crank in a clockwise motion. Never turn in anti-clockwise because this has a timing chain, and if you turn anti-clockwise you can jump teeth on the timing, so always turn clockwise. Just so everyone knows, that is a 19 socket and I use a flat screwdriver to go between the belt and the pulley, and as I turn it forces the belt off. Take it off, it is as easy as that. Putting it back is a slightly different story. Now I'm busy removing the last bolt so I can remove the alternator bracket. And then I shake the alternator side to side to loosen the mount, and then I pull it out. Okay, I reposition the camera so you can get a better view of this side here, where I'm going to take the air filter off, remove the throttle body. So we're going to loosen this here first. This is the clamp that holds the air filter pipe onto the throttle body. You don't need to take it all the way off, just until it is loose, just like that. The clamp on this pipe here that goes on the topper cover, you're going to want to remove that. Just pull it up with a small twist and it comes off like that. Then we can take that off, lift it up, give it a small twist and it comes off. I just unplugged the electronic throttle control wire. Now the manifold air pressure sensor wire. And now the NOx sensor. And next is the crank sensor underneath by the gearbox. Okay, camera has been repositioned so you can get a better view of what I am doing. Okay, that is a size 12mm. I'm going to use my T-bar. T-bar's a little bit big for you. It is working. I love using my T-bars. T-bars and ratchet spanners are my favorites. My tools out the way. Okay, so basically you've got 3 bolts and 2 nuts, all size 12. Okay, you can see it's loose. Now I'm going to need to disconnect the last few wires underneath the manifold. They're just clipped on. They are secured in 2 different points. Lastly, we need to disconnect the vacuum pump. Okay, I can get it. It's a little bit fiddly. Okay, it's off. Now there should be nothing holding it, so now it comes straight off. Found oil leaking between the head gasket and the block. I'll show you guys closer. Okay. You can see it's coming from here. This is a steel heater pipe. It's got a securing bolt there. Goes around and there's another securing bolt at the back. So that needs to come off. I'm going to loosen this pipe here for the pipe. So I did this bolt here for the pipe. And the nut. It holds it on this side. Okay, and I have it out. Okay, now we can remove it up, and you can see the coolant is coming out. Then housing. Okay, almost out. Okay, that is out. It's got a bolt at the bottom and a nut at the top. Now we've got access to the 3 bolts that hold the thermostat housing. It's time to remove the 3 bolts that secures the thermostat housing using a 10mm socket on an extension on a 1/4 inch drive. And I dropped the bolt. I'll get it just now. Should be the last bolt. And the thermostat housing is out. And it is time to fit the new thermostat housing. Comes with a new seal. Just going to pick up the nut I dropped. It's time to put it on. No need to put sealer there. That seal is brand new and it is not meant to have any sealer there. Gonna fit the 3 bolts and the nuts on loosely by hand and then tighten them up with the ratchet. tightening them up. Normal torque spec is about 8 to 10 Newton meters. It isn't much. Next is the heater pipe, the steel heater pipe. Make sure the knock sensor cable isn't in the way, so it doesn't get stuck behind the pipe. May become a big issue later. Securing bolt, size 12. Putting the nut at the back, also a size 12. After tightening the heater pipe, just fitting the thermostat and then the outlet pipe. Should take a size 12 nut and a size 12 bolt. Also, no sealer used there. The thermostat has got a seal that fits around it, and it is still brand new. Putting the inner manifold back. The seals are still good on there. Fitting the vacuum pipe, and I will slip the clamp on and put the nuts on. Fitting the last nut on and the bolt, then tightening it up. It's a size 12mm. It's a lot easier using a T-bar in these places. The last one. Okay, that's a breather. Now to connect, fit rather, throttle body. After tightening the throttle body and connecting all the hoses and then the clamps, fitting the harness, putting the bolt onto the inlet manifold to secure the harness, connecting the injectors, connecting the electronic throttle control wire, next is the knock sensor cable, and then the manifold air pressure wire. And then the crank sensor at the bottom. Next we're fitting the drive belt. Just take note that this is a stretchy belt and there isn't actually an adjustment on it. So the only way to fit it is with a special tool that you fit on the crank pulley. When you turn the belt around the crank pulley, once it's fitted around all the other pulleys, use a socket, a size 19 socket with a ratchet, and you just turn it and it comes straight on. After this, I put in antifreeze, bled the system, made sure everything is connected, fitted the bottom cover, dropped the vehicle down, and then started it. Okay, now we are done putting everything over here. The coolant is in, I've bled the system, the bottom tray is on, the car's been dropped down. We're just waiting for the thermostat to open, fan to come on. We'll let it stand about half an hour, we'll recheck the coolant level, and then I'll take it for a test drive and we'll organise to get it back to the customer. So yeah, that's pretty much replacing the thermostat housing and sorting out that coolant leak on the thermostat housing. As I suspect you can't see the crack, but I did see it leaking from there previously when I diagnosed it. So yeah, that is pretty much, this car is now fixed, except for the oil leak coming from the head gasket, which we're going to quote the customer on, and we'll get them rebooked in so we can do that job. So there'll probably be another video on this job. Okay, so please subscribe to my channel. Subscriptions are free. Like my content if you like it. If you are unhappy with anything I've done, please leave comments or any suggestions or anything you would like me to put onto the channel, like specific jobs you would like me to do or like to see or learn how to do. Please, by all means, leave comments. All criticism is welcome. Please, everyone, subscribe to my channel. All the support is needed for putting more content on. Thank you very much, and we'll get on to the next video soon.